Well, hey folks, Film Brown at you again. Sitting here at my table, having me a nice cup of joe. Good to have some coffee after riding the fence, making sure that there aren't any breaks in the fences out there, letting all of our critters loose. Don't want to do that. Let me take a swig here, and let's talk about the movie that we're looking at tonight. Now, actually, one of the things that's kind of interesting, and maybe one of the tests of Roy Rogers as an actor, was that at times, okay, he was asked to play dual roles. We've seen that in other films, okay? Billy the Kid Returns, things like that, where he basically plays two roles. Well, here, he gets the chance to do that again. But he's not playing Billy the Kid or any of those, well-known outlaws on that end. He plays a well-known outlaw on this side. Jesse James. It's sort of like it's a break. You flip a coin, what guy are you going to be today? Oh, it's either Billy the Kid or Jesse James. I'm Jesse James this week. And what is it here? It's not Jesse James Returns. He's at bay. Okay, it's like, like that. So this is a 1941 film, Jesse James at bay. And Roy plays two guys, Clint Burns, who's a gambler, okay, and Jesse James, who's Jesse James. Okay, and it sort of tests out this ability, and I think he does a pretty good job. He's able to play this alternative role, this alter ego type thing, pretty well. And along for the ride is old Gabby Hayes. Okay, gotta have Gabby Hayes. And of course, 1941, he's still working with Joseph Kane. Again, Joseph Kane, very important to Roy Rogers' career. For me, okay, as a purveyor, a viewer, a voyeur of films, or whatever you want to say, a viewer of movies, a studier of films, yeah, you have the persona of an actor, and that persona of an actor, yes, is controlled by the actor. They create that, right? But they don't create it by themselves. They create it in relationship to, well, who's working on the screenplay. James Webb, who was a perennial working with Joseph Kane, okay, creates this role that is tailored for, well, Roy Rogers' talents, or lack thereof. Remember, not all actors are born equal when it comes down to the talents that they have. So you tailor your stuff. You say, well, Roy can do this, Roy can do that, he can ride a horse real good. He can look somewhat, stern. I always have problems. And Roy seems a pushover for me half the time. But anyway, you write to him. And asking an actor to, do over and over again that type of persona, that persona becomes sort of part of you, right? And you start working in a kind of I wouldn't call it a rut, okay? And I wouldn't call it necessarily a stereotype. I might call it a type, okay, sure. But all actors go that way. I mean, John Wayne, obviously, Jimmy Cagney, a lot of these actors worked into a certain kind of persona. Bogart comes to mind, having a certain kind of persona. But so is screenwriter, obviously the director as well, okay, saying, okay, this is a product for Roy, and this is what Roy is good at, and we'll have Roy do this, and here his sidekick is, who'll play off of him. Now for Roy, he needs his sidekicks. He needs his Smiley Burnett's, and he needs his Gabby Hayes. Okay? I've argued elsewhere that certain character actors, for instance, Buster Crabbe, can hold it up by himself. John Wayne, near the end of his own career in B tradition, had less and less need of B actor, sidekicks. Okay? He can hold it up on his own. Okay? Not that he maybe would not want to have a sidekick. Okay? Sidekicks are fun to have. But the key is that Roy needed them, and he had them throughout. And if it wasn't Gabby, or it would be Dale Evans, or Pat Brady, or any of those guys who would, hold him up, make him look better. They'd play the fool, right, the foil. You need somebody to look dumb so you look good. You need somebody to look ugly so you look pretty. That's sort of the whole issue behind this. Well, folks, I think you're going to have fun with this film. Jesse James at bay. Roll 'em, Smokey.